How in the heck is it going out there? Are we doing good? I see Sarge was in here earlier. He's still here. Okay, yeah. Mosh, how's it going? Easy Money, nice to see you in here. Kelsey Kish. I think it's been a while since I've seen you. Mad Dog in the house. I don't know about that. So we're gonna switch up gears a little bit tonight. Give you a little bit of a taste of what the you're lurking. All right. Give you a little taste of what the future holds for Montana Free. And kind of give you guys a feeling for what the next show, the flow of the show is going to be. I guess we can go. Probably should turn down that background music just a little bit. Anybody give me an audio check? How are we sounding out there? Guess I can always bring the mic up a little bit. 5x5. All right. So you can see we've changed up the main screen just a little bit. Nothing too major, nothing too drastic. We just got rid of my big melon off to one side and cleaned up the chat box a little bit for you guys, so not so clustered. Yeah, we're gonna try our dangest to, get this to the point where it's a little more professional. We'll see how it goes tonight. And let's go, Brandon. Yeah, actually that comes up at, about halfway through the show there. Sarge, there might be an option for you for Let's Go, Brandon. It's funny because when somebody says that, I'm thinking we're heating up irons, but of course, I guess either way you look at it, could happen. Yeah. No, it should be a fun night tonight. I'm going to stumble my way through a little bit. I'm going to try to go a little longer tonight. I see Uncle Krusty's not in yet, but he was talking about taking the night off, so try to give you guys a music option tonight anyway. Of course, that'll be a D-Live only show, so the rest of YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. I still can't believe I'm not kicked off of Facebook yet, but hey, whatever. If they want to let me keep playing my silly games. Oh, yeah, no, Krusty, I think, will be here tonight. I just don't think he'll be going on live. Of course, with that old boy, you never know from 1 minute to the next what he's going to pull off. So I'm not going to say either way. I'll tell you that. If he doesn't go live, I got some music for you guys. If he does go live, hey, that's great. It's early out for me. And actually, he'll be taking over my time slot here shortly while we build out the new studio and get all that ready for you guys. So look a little bit nicer, a little more professional looking, maybe. Scary, I know. So how's everybody doing out there? Now's your chance to talk with me. How was your day? What'd you do yesterday? We came in a little late last night to play a little bit of music for folks, but Didn't get a chance to talk with you guys much. So how's life been? Hey, I see Hots. How's it going, Molly? You having a good day? Or did you have a good day? I have a wild whisker tickling my nose here. Hopefully everybody had a good day. Oh, hey Sarge, did you get your pork sausage that you were talking about? Did you get that trade done, or? I was kind of hoping we'd see some of the old crew tonight. Seven, how's it going? Nice to see you. Got your hair did. No, Guano, I haven't seen you in a while. Where in the hell you been? Nice to see you. Got your hair done did up, huh? That's alright. I think my wife finally got to go to the beauty salon. Oh, it'd been about 2 years. Her gal moved away and just hasn't been able to find one that she liked for quite a while. Finally came across a gal that she actually said did a really good job with her hair, and I'd have to tend to agree. But then the gal that owned the beauty parlor, salon, or whatever the hell you call them now, ended up getting brought up on embezzlement charges, so now we don't know. Hopefully this young gal finds a new place to work, but probably not gonna end well, I'm guessing. No, Guano, what you been busy doing? Like me, getting ready for winter? Lots of oil, you can start my old TV with it. Well, that's good. Yeah, well, the good news is my wife cuts my hair, so winter and work, yeah, I hear you. It doesn't take much to cut my hair. There's not a whole lot up there. I'd have to go get my hairs done. Yes, I said plural, hairs. Well, it's nice to see we're getting a few more folks in. We'll give it a little longer here, and then I have kind of an old short story for you. We're going to have a little fun. The beginning of the shows, I'm going to try to give you something to think about, and then lift your spirits a little bit with some funny short stories and stuff like that. And then so I'll give you the layout for tonight's show, since we're changing it around a little bit. We'll have a little humor, a little something to think about at the beginning. Then we're going to transition over to odd news, because I mean, I'm done worrying about the actual news. More fun trying to figure out what in the hell's funny in this world anymore, because I'm going to lose my damn mind if I start worrying about the other stuff. Then I got a little short cooking video for you. We're actually going to make some homemade cough drops tonight. All news is odd, yeah, exactly. But make some homemade cough drops or throat lozenges for you. Give you something that's you make at home, and they help. To me, they help better than a lot of the store-bought stuff. Molly owes you a Coke? Oh, because of the jinx. Yeah. Yep, homemade throat lozenges. Gonna use a little honey, a little lemon, some ginger, turmeric. All good stuff. Yeah. They turn out really good, and I'll tell you what, if you pay attention to it, it's a lot like, well, if you've never made, like, homemade, old-fashioned hard rock candy, it's a lot like that. Yoga Pants, nice to see you. Well, kind of like Ricola, but better. Taste better, anyway. But anyway, yeah, we're going to get all that done, and then, like I said, after we get to that point, we'll transition over and start playing some music for you guys. Oh yeah, anise works well, if you like the kind of the black licorice flavor. I like adding cinnamon oil every once in a while to mine, too. So yeah. Anywho, we're going to get right into it. You guys have probably heard this first one. This was originally produced back in 1965, I believe. And it's funny because a lot of it, I mean, you could put it in today. Get it to where I can see it a little better here. And we're just going to read this. Now, you'll have to forgive me because my reading ability is not the best, so I do have dyslexia, which doesn't help with reading. But we're going to try to stumble through this. If I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have a third of the real estate and 4/5 of the population. But I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers, with the wisdom of a serpent. I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good, and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach, to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting, so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. And I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with each other, churches at war with themselves, the nations at war with themselves, until each, in its turn, was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotion. Just let those run wild, until before you know it, you'd have to have a drug-sniffing dog and a metal detector at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing, I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon, I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the House of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and defy science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who want, until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what do you bet? I could get whole states to promise or promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extreme and hard work in patriotism and moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be, and thus I could understand or undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's been doing. Sarge got it. Paul Harvey. Good day. So Paul Harvey aired that in the mid-60s, 1965. And tell me that we're not on a fast track to exactly what was said. So, keep that in mind when you think there's no way out and there's no possibilities. We've seen this before. We can fight our way through it. It's going to take a fight, but we can do it. So now, since that was nice and deep, let's tell some funny stories. What do you say? This one's just kind of a short joke. So a cowboy rode into town, and he stopped at a saloon for a drink. Unfortunately, the locals had a habit of picking on strangers, which he definitely was. When he finished his drink, he went outside to find that his horse had been stolen. He went back in the bar, handily flipped his gun into the air, caught it above his head without looking, and fired a shot into the ceiling. He yelled out, "Which one of you son-of-a-bitchin' sidewinders stole my horse?" No answer. I couldn't blame him. I mean, the guy comes in wielding a gun. I wouldn't stick my hand up. So the old cowboy says, "All right, I'm going to have another beer, And if my horse ain't back outside by the time I finish, I'm gonna do what I done in Texas. And you don't want me to do what I done in Texas. Well, some of the locals started shifting around, kind of restless. They knew not to underestimate the words of a Texan, especially one who'd been drinking. The man finished off a few more beers and walked outside, where his horse had been returned. Without a word, he saddled up, started to ride out of town. The bartender wandered outside and yelled out to the guy, "Say, partner, before you go, what happened in Texas?" Cowboy turned back with a grin and he said, "I walked home." Sometimes persona is everything. What can you say? Let's see. Now some of these get a little ornery. The last one, it gets pretty ornery. After 35 years of marriage, a husband and a wife came in for counseling. "Evening, AG. Nice to see you." When asked what the problem was, the wife went into a tirade listing every problem they had ever had in the years they had been married. On and on and on. Neglect, lack of intimacy, emptiness, loneliness, feeling unloved and unlovable. An entire laundry list of unmet needs she had endured. Finally, after allowing this for a sufficient length of time, the therapist got up, walked around the desk, and after asking the wife to stand, he embraced her and kissed her long and passionately as her husband watched with a raised eyebrow. The woman shut up and quietly sat down in a daze. The therapist turned to the husband and said, "This is what your wife needs at least 3 times a week. Can you do this?" Yeah, the husband rocked back. He said, "Well, Doc, I can drop her off Monday and Wednesday, but Friday I go fishing." I love that one. Believe it or not, this was actually an ad for a New Zealand airline. A mother had 3 virgin daughters who were all getting married in quick succession. As the mother was concerned about their first experience, she made them all promise to send a postcard from the honeymoon with a few words about what transpired. The first girl sent a card from Hawaii 2 days after the wedding. The card said nothing but Nescafe. The mother was puzzled at first. She went to the kitchen and found a Nescafe jar. It said, "Good till the last drop." Well, the mother blushed a little bit, but was pleased for her daughter. The second girl sent a card from Vermont a week after the wedding, and the card read, "Rothmans." Well, she knew she'd heard that name before, but couldn't quite remember when. And then she remembered that that's the cigarettes that her husband smokes. So, the mother found her husband's cigarettes, and she read on the package, "Extra long, king-sized." She was again slightly embarrassed, but still happy for her daughter. The third girl left for her honeymoon in Auckland, New Zealand. Mom waited for a week. Nothing. Another week went by, and still nothing. Then after a whole month, the card finally arrived. Written on it, with shaky handwriting, were the words, Air New Zealand. Mom took out her latest You magazine, flipped through the pages, fearing the worst, and finally found the ad, Air New Zealand. The ad said, 10 times a day, 7 days a week, both ways. Mom fainted. There you go. That's the stories for today. And the jokes. And the fun. So what'd you guys think? Was that better than worrying about the shitty news? Banging our heads against the wall for no apparent reason? Well, I guess no apparent reason. Here's the things, folks. If we don't start laughing, we're going to start crying. So, anything I can do to bring a little laughter to you, I'm going to try. Well, this portion of Montana Free was brought to you by Built Bar. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to eat yourself a chunk of cardboard that tastes like ground up garbage, go get yourself one of them other types of nasty protein bars and Cliff bars and every other damn thing you can think of. Myself, I'm going to have me a Built Bar. 17 to 19 grams of protein. Super low sugar. I think most of mine are 4 grams of sugar. Great dark chocolate on them. Oh, you just can't beat them, I'm telling you. They got 2 new flavors out right now, Rocky Road and Apple Almond Crisp. And also the Strawberry Puff, which you guys got to try that one. That's pretty good. And if you head over to Built.com, you can use my promo code MontanaFree and you'll receive 10% off your next order. So, by all means, get over to Built.com, put your order in. Don't forget my promo code, it's all one word, MontanaFree. And you'll get 10% off your order. Up next, we're going to have ourselves a little odd news. What do you say? Alright. Let's get into the odd news. What do you say? A British farmer spots a white wallaby on the loose. You got wallabies in Brit? Alright. I was not aware of that. So, AG, it looks like you tried out the peanut butter brownie. Yeah, they're good. Ugh. Doesn't taste like a protein bar, does it? tiny Tennessee town is listed for $725,000. Buy the whole damn town. Tiny Tennessee town consisting of a home, 4, yeah, that always scares you, general stores, and a barn is being listed for, that's like, okay. That's just a regular old property, I guess. Well, thank you, there, Glory. That's a long name. I'm going with Glory. Turkey resident named the world's tallest woman at 7 foot. Holy crap. Yeah, be a tall woman. You'd always look up to her. African caracal on the loose after escaping the Michigan home. Whoops. That's it appears to be a not nice looking kitty. You know what I mean? Hey. Not a fan. I wouldn't, well, I guess if I did see it, it'd probably make a nice rug, but no. Low car tire leads to a Michigan man winning $500,000 lottery jackpot. You bastard. Oh, he didn't have change. Oh, good lord. Hey, thanks for the ice cream there, Glory. So he didn't have change for the damn tire machine, so he walked in and broke. Oh, toddler interference. All right, timeout, toddler interference. Toddler on the field. Firefighters rescue dog with his head stuck in an iron door. What the hell? Poor guy. An Ontario woman wakes up with a meteorite landing on her pillow. That'd scare the shit out of me. That would not be good. That wouldn't be good at all. Canadian Coke fan collects 11,308 different cans, winning the Guinness Book of World Records. Wow. Alrighty then. He's serious about his Coke cans, evidently. I would not ever need to be that serious. Oh, those are cool fish. What about the hole in the roof? Yeah, no shit. Florida man reels in a record-breaking butterfly peacock bass. Tipping with scales of 9.11 pounds. That's a good-sized peacock bass, actually. I had to laugh at this one. Toronto Zoo searching for an escaped red fox. Are there no foxes up in Fox? I don't think it's foxes. I think it's fox. Up in Canada, you got to have one in the zoo? How the hell would you know the difference between that one and a wild one running around? Just curious. That's just silly. Twins set the pickleball world record for more than 1,600 shots. That's a long time to sit there and bounce one back and forth. I haven't ever, I don't know, played badminton. I've never, what is this pickleball? It's getting to be a big deal from what I understand, but I don't know what the hell it is. Elk with a tire around its neck, freed after 2 years in Colorado. Good Lord. Wildlife officers in Colorado were finally able to free a bull elk. Okay, that explains it. That was spotted wandering with a tire around its neck for at least 2 years. I'm guessing it's a young bull, and probably couldn't get it off there with the horn. Well, I don't know. How in the hell did he get in the tire? That's what I want. Man wins $1 million lottery jackpot 4 days after wedding. Anybody want to guess if that wedding made it? Just saying. Wisconsin man, smart guy, combines walnut removal service with nut sales. That's just funny right there. British man visits 51 pubs in 24 hours for the Guinness World Record. You think he was drinking Guinness? Maybe. Florida firefighter rescues kitten trapped inside the Tesla. Well, it's a Tesla. It probably wasn't going anywhere. Just saying. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this was kind of a funny little video. Bear struggles to steal large pumpkin from Ontario porch. This was funny. We'll turn this way down. You guys can hear this report. You just watch this little bugger. He's kind of funny.
You can add Halloween decorations to the list of things that bears might snack on, or in this instance, steal. Surveillance video out of Canada captured a bear after munching a couple of pumpkins. Then the bear decided to out and tried to just walk off with another gourd. It couldn't really grab it with its paws, so plan B was to try to pick it up with its mouth. That really didn't work very well either, and eventually the bear gave up, leaving the pumpkin behind. I feel sorry for the little guy, you know, he's just hungry out there, Drew, trying to get a snack.
Yeah, poor little bugger. Couldn't quite get her rolled up there to where he could grab a hold of it and walk off. A wallet lost in early 1970s returned to a Kansas owner. Impressive. Loose sheep evades capture in Illinois City. Now I'm cracking up while I'm thinking of this. I got a story for this one. So I shit you not, we're down elk hunting. And at the time we were just sitting in the pickup spotting, you know, looking around. And I'm sitting there looking at my spotting scope. And I look at the buddy that I'm with, and he's actually the landowner. And I said, what in the hell is coming down the railroad tracks? Now there's a set of railroad tracks that's been long abandoned that runs right in front of where the pickup was sitting. And I said, I can't figure out what it is. And it was kind of foggy that morning, you know. So I'm watching in the spotting scope, and they're getting a little closer and a little closer and a little closer. And I said, those are sheep. And a buddy of mine goes, no, there ain't no damn sheep around here. He says the closest sheep farm's, oh hell, 25, 30 miles away. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. Them son of a bitches are sheep, and they're running right down the railroad tracks at us. So, of course, he doesn't believe me, grabs his binos, throws them up there, and at this time they're close enough now I can switch to mine. Sure shit. Here's two nice fluffy white sheep just trucking right down the railroad tracks. Now the problem is the direction they're heading. I'm going to guess that they didn't make it through the night. Because they were going up in a region that is known for having mountain lion and coyotes. So I don't know if it was Uber Eats that was delivering these sheep or what the hell was going on, but yeah, there ain't a sheep farm around there for miles and miles and miles, but yet two misguided sheep were trucking right down the damn road. So I can see how something like this would happen. This was kind of cool. Ohio dad uses limousine to help offset school bus shortage. I'd want to ride to school in the limousine. How damn boring do the Brits have to be? British engineers take world's fastest lawnmower to 143.19 mile per hour. Huh? How the hell would you want to mow it? Well, whatever. Well, this was kind of an interesting shot. Tourist records a shark biting an alligator on the foot in South Carolina. That's either a dumb gator or a brave shark. I don't know which one. Rare dish sells for $1.7 million after being found in a drawer in Scotland. Oops. It was Grandma's cheese plate. Kangaroo, too bad Smokey Randy wasn't around, temporarily escaped the Oklahoma petting zoo. Be interesting to be driving around out in the country and just see a kangaroo come jumping by. There was a kangaroo farm up by Glendive, Montana. They got out, they were on the highway. Georgia family finds a python in their back porch. Uncle Krusty let his snake go again. See how he is? Oh, this is funny. I had to try to get a larger image. Hold on a second. It should load. An Indian athlete who stands at 3 foot 4 inches tall has been named the world's shortest competitive bodybuilder. This dude don't even look right. Yeah, 3 foot 4 inches. That boy ain't right. And what's going on in Wisconsin? A free boat abandoned in Wisconsin highway. Authorities in Wisconsin are reminding residents to dispose of unwanted boats properly after a vessel was abandoned on the highway with free painted on the side. And just leave it right here. Somebody will pick it up. Oh, this was funny. Firefighters were sent to save this woman. The woman standing on the cliff was a movie mannequin. Whoops. A loose cow runs on busy Philadelphia street. It's just a normal day in Montana. Let's see, is there any other good ones on here? Reported tarantula stranded on California. Well, there's the first problem. California rooftop was an old Halloween prop. Whoops. Yeah, this isn't fair here. Virginia man wins 4 times in one lottery drawing for a total of $352,112. The fix is in on that one, I'm thinking. Oh, that's sweet. West Virginia. Yeah, maybe they're a little more. Oh, well, he's a World War II. Okay. West Virginians celebrate their 75th anniversary with a second wedding. That's cool. 6-year-old finds mastodon tooth in Michigan nature preserve. Ooh, I wonder if they let him keep it since it was in the nature preserve. Evidently, they're bored in Idaho. Idaho man catches 58 marshmallows in his mouth in 1 minute. Wow. This guy must be bored. You guys read that? An Idaho man who has broken more than 200 Guinness World Records added another to his title by catching 58 marshmallows in his mouth in 1 minute. Why? Too bad Yoga Pants wasn't still in here. I'd ask her if this was her car. Squirrel fills North Dakota man's pickup truck with 42 gallons of walnuts. I think it's time to go squirrel hunting. This was kind of cool. An exotic eagle returns to the Pittsburgh aviary after 8 days on the loose. I bet you he put on some miles. Anyway, what do we have for days today? Let's see here. See if I can bring that up quick. We haven't done the national holidays in a while. Well, look at that. Happy birthday to the U.S. Navy. Looks like that was today. It's also National M&M Day. So, alright. Is there a difference in flavor in M&Ms? I don't think so. Some people swear that there's a difference in flavor. I ain't figured it out yet. It's also National Yorkshire Pudding Day. I need to call my mom. National Transfer Money to Your Son Day. I didn't get any money. National Take Your Parent to Lunch Day. Well, maybe that's why I didn't get any money. National Stop Bullying Day. So there. Everybody stop bullying now. There's a day for it. National Pet Obesity Day. Good luck. Just to let you guys know, if you have an obese pet, today was your day of awareness. So make sure you have that figured out by next year this same time. Hey, here's one for the ladies. It's National No Bra Day. Just saying. It's also National Emergency Nurses Day. Well, for all the nurses out there, good job. Oops, I forgot to wear pink today. I should have wore pink. Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day was today. International Top Spinning Day. Here's mine. International Skeptics Day. Was also the International Day of Failure, so if you failed today, don't worry about it. It was all planned in the cards. We have National English Language Day. So, I guess we celebrate not being able to speak correctly. And also National Fossil Day. You know, being in Montana, we actually come across quite a few fossils. Give them money so you can... Yeah, exactly. Got to give them money so they can take you to lunch. But yeah, the during the Ice Age, we had well, you guys know where well, maybe you don't, but Glacier National Park is actually northern Montana, northwestern Montana. And there's actually signs all the way down here by me where you can see where the glacier pushed all the earth up. For you dinosaurs, yeah, exactly. Yeah, where it pushed all the earth up, and there's quite a bit of dinosaurs around here, dinosaur bones and interesting stuff. We, in fact, down where I go elk hunting, every once in a while you can come across let me switch screens so you guys don't have to keep staring at that. We used to pick these rocks up. They were kind of funky shaped, but they were usually pretty round. And when you broke them in half, it looked like almost like a seashell. You know, it had that corkscrew going in. And for the longest time, we thought they were just snails. And come to find out, hey Molly, did you make it? You done lurking? Done driving? Anyway, come to find out they're actually octopus centers. I guess it's the kind of the canals inside of us. I don't know. Yeah, so they're giant prehistoric octopus. You still foiled at the salon? Well, you've been foiled. See how it is. Anyway, before we switch over to the cooking show, this is going to be brought to you by Montana Free Apparel. And the fun part is you're going to be able to find your... Now, Sergeant Bob, if you're still in here, this is for you. You can order yourself your Freedom It's Not Easy Montana Free shirt. It also says, "Let's go, Brandon." And there's shirts and hoodies and all sorts of stuff in there for you guys. We have a new one out that's We the People would like to say, "Let's go, Brandon." And we got you a beer stein mug. On the front, it's the Montana Free TV logo. On the back, it says, "We the People would like to say, let's go, Brandon." So if you guys head over to my Teespring account, you guys can sure pick them up over there. I actually really like this shirt. So it's, We the People on the front. On the back, it has the Montana Free logo. So I may have to order that one for myself. Yeah. If you get a chance, hop over there after the show. It's down in the bottom in the description. You'll find the Teespring, what do you want to call it? Location. Take you right over to the website. So head over there and take a look. Anyway, we're going to get fired up with a little cooking. Up to you guys, and you decided you wanted to see homemade cough drops. So we're going to go through the ingredients, get everything going, thicken it up to a nice candy syrup, get it to a hard crack is what they call it, dollop it out on the wax paper, and coat it with a little bit of powdered sugar. And in this day and age, you don't want to be coughing in public, so this might be a good thing. Alright, so the ingredients for today is going to be 1 lemon, some honey, about a 1/4 cup, a little less, a 1/2 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 ground clove, yeah, it's going to be about a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. We're going to combine all that into a saucepan, get it to a little bit higher than a simmer. Now, the secret with this is, once it hits a simmer, do not stir it. If you stir it, you crystallize the sugar and it all falls apart. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that, and I'll bring you guys back. Well, actually, let's just get started on that. We're going to turn our pan on high, and we're going to add in the 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to step around to the camera and make sure you guys can see all this. Yeah, you can see what you need to for right now. Our 1/2 cup of water. Now we're going to roll out this lemon, get it a little more juiced up. Cut that in half. Take the seeds out that we can obviously see. You squeeze the lemon into your hand first, you catch most of those seeds. Okay. Looks like I got 1 little seed in there. I'm gonna get him out of there before it gets too bad. Roll my hands up, pick it up. Oh. And then the spices, or the herbs, I guess, technically. Use clove is good and oily in there. We can open that up a little more. There we go. Just about 1/4 teaspoon there. A teaspoon of ginger. Gotta hurry because we are starting to simmer a little bit. We don't want to stir that, remember. 1/4 of turmeric. Whew. That's gonna have a little spice to it. And then ladle in some real dark honey. And you can be fairly liberal with that honey. Get that all stirred in together. I'm going to shut the heat back off just for a second. Now that we got it warm, kind of stir that honey around. Get the turmeric all broke up, move through it. Just hold on just a second. I'll lift that camera up so you guys can take a peek here. All right. So we're going to get this all stirred in. Or we can get the herbs and everything mixed throughout. Now that it warmed up enough to dissolve that honey a little bit. Now, let's get our heat back on. Now this is a convection, or this is actually a, oh, I can't remember. It's an induction heat. So this isn't going to take near as long as, standard gas stove, so keep that in mind. Patience is a virtue here. You can already see it starting to bubble there. And remember, as this goes, we need to make sure that we are not stirring it. We've done our stirring, all the stirring that we can do. Now the only thing you're doing is just taking as much water out as you can and getting it down to a hard crack, they call it. It's where the sugars and everything combine, and it can actually harden it that way. Now, with the amount of honey that we put in, it may have some trouble. Turn that down a little bit. It's going to have a little bit of trouble hardening up. Now I'm going to get me a glass of cold water, and I will show you why here after this hardens up. If you don't have a candy thermometer, it's a really easy way to do a hard crack test. And I'll show you how that's done. Whew. That smells good. It almost smells like an herbal tea. Almost like, you remember my grandma used to make what was called a Russian tea. And it's pretty close to that. Now, I know you're thinking that your pan's going to be a disaster, but believe it or not, it cleans up pretty easy with just some hot water, hot soapy water. That's pretty much it, guys. We're just going to watch this cook off a little bit. And get rid of as much of that moisture as you can. Get rid of the water and the lemon juice, and just basically you're shooting for extract at that point. You see how those bubbles are starting to get larger before they pop? That means you're getting a thicker consistency. We're taking more of the water out of this. Okay, so we're going to test for hard crack here in just a second, as soon as those bubbles disappear, where I can get to the liquid. I'm just going to take a little bit on the spoon, drip it in the water. And I can tell you we're not there yet. We're really close. You guys look in the bottom there, you see how, I don't know if you can tell, but the drops flattened out when they hit. So we're going to send her through a little more. Alright, so you can see how a good majority of the bubbles have now subsided. This is still very hot, but what we're going to do is we're going to transfer it over to a parchment paper and pour it out. Going to let it cool slightly, and then I'll show you how to cut it. What you do, if you don't have a candy thermometer, you can do what's called a hard crack test. You take and drip it in and see how it creates little balls. I don't know if you guys can see that very well on the camera. That means it's going to harden up when it's cold. You can see that one actually left a string to the spoon. So let's get this moved over and get her handled. Now this part you got to move a little quick. This is going to cool a lot faster than one might think. And as we pour that out, you'll see here, ain't going to take it long to start thickening up on the paper. Go ahead and take a spatula, scoop out what you can, save the mess of the clean up a little bit. Whew. Man, that turmeric is strong. Whew. You can already see that starting to cool off pretty quick. Flatten this out a little more, give it a chance to run. And then once that's cooled down enough, I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Alright, so I'm kind of kind of show you what I've been doing here. Once you pour this out, it's stays good and hot for quite a while. And if you've ever watched those guys that pull Laffy Taffy, or hard taffy, I guess I should say, it's about the same technique. I like to introduce a little air to them, helps them dissolve a little better in your mouth. You can see how that's getting kind of almost a metallic color to it as you pull it. What you're doing is introducing air into the sugars and gives it that nice shiny gold look. You can pull this as many times as you want, do whatever you like, or don't do it at all. Just pour it out and cut it, call it good. Either way it works. And I like to stretch those out. We're going to let them cool in kind of that form. Same thing on this one. Roll it out a little bit, introduce some air, get it that nice shiny gold color that we're wanting. Make it look like some really fancy candy. Makes the kids maybe want to use these. We're gonna roll these into a rope. Kind of pull, then pull down to length. I should pull a little further down here. There we go. Okay, and then you can see some of these that I've already cut. Cut them a little early, but I wanted to kind of show you guys where everything was at. This one's been cooling a little longer, so it's a little harder to pull. I've already pulled them once. There we go. And now once those cool down all the way, I'll show you how I break them, and we put a little powdered sugar on these so they don't stick. Or you can do this lovely little do-witchy if you feel like it. Make it look like a real old-fashioned piece of candy. Roll that up, twist the ends. But I'll show you the easy way to store these without having to roll every one of them up. When we come back, we're going to be cutting these into bite-sized pieces. What I would suggest you do is get yourself a good pair of shears that's clean, and you can see them kind of shear it and kind of snap. Actually, these are probably cool enough we can do this now. Oops, don't let them touch. Not until they're all the way cooled off. They are quite sticky in this form. A lot of that has to do with the honey. Honey doesn't have a tendency to harden up as much as sugar. So, and the nice part is you can make these as big as servings or as small as servings as you'd like. So, we're just going to keep doing this. When we come back, we'll show you how to powder sugar them and coat them a little bit so makes them stay a little longer. And we'll get them into a storage container. Okay, now that we got our pieces all cut up, we are going to put a little powdered sugar in a bowl. And give me just a minute, it'll be in screen here shortly. A little powdered sugar in a bowl, and we're going to start throwing the candies in. Now the whole time you kind of want to be shaking them around so they don't stick to each other like these three. I'm hoping that's in screen. There we go. Don't want them to touch each other. They are Still super sticky. Let's see, we shake that up. Get some powdered sugar back on top. Throw some more in. Shake those around. Get them coated up. Throw some more in. And we're just gonna keep repeating this till we get them all in there. Well, you can tell they definitely hardened up a little bit. Okay. Toss them around a little more. Throw a few more in. Oop. Two stuck together. Let's toss these guys around in, and we're going to take some of these out of here. I'm going to make sure they're good and coated though first. And this is a lot like making an old-fashioned hard candy, guys. We'll take our slotted spoon, knock some of these to the top, get a hold of a good scoop of them, dump them out. Again, we're going to get some of these to the top. Dump those out. You guys notice how little they're sticking to each other now. Now you can do this with cornstarch if you don't want to do the added sugar. I mean, I know there is a fair amount of sugar in this recipe, so if you're more comfortable with that instead of powdered sugar, that's fine. That one got good and coated. Let's see here, we'll give a couple more. I think that's it for that bunch. I kind of spread them out a little bit and let the powder fall off them as much as I can. I don't like a whole bunch of powdered sugar on here. Don't get me wrong. Let's put a few more in there. Oops. Damn thing's touched. Touch too long. When we get all done here, we're going to count all these up. I'll tell you how many cough drops you made with that little bit of ingredients. Not a whole lot of money spent there. And these, I'm telling you, these are the best dang cough drops. They take that nasty tickle in the back of your throat that you always have this time of year right out. I tell you, we have a fair amount of cough drops here. Alright, I'm going to go get my fingers unsugared, and we're going to put these in a mason jar. Count up how many we got. Okay. So I'll count these up and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay, folks, got them counted up. We have 63 total cough drops. And these buggers, I'm telling you, they're best cough drops I've used in a long time. They're not as eucalyptus-y as Hall's, but to me they sure help my throat and my cough better than anything you got at the store. And you'll notice with that honey, they're still soft. I mean, they're still pliable. I wouldn't call them necessarily soft, but you can see there that. But one thing you'll notice, once they get in your mouth, you get a big shot of honey, big shot of lemon. The turmeric kind of comes in after. Ginger, cloves kind of gets to, I don't want to say burn in your throat, but it puts a little spice in your throat, gets things kind of moving. But, man, are they good. They're a lot like an old-time candy. And the nice part is, guys, you know everything that's in here. There's white sugar, water, honey, lemon, turmeric, ginger, and clove. That's it. Isn't that nice when you can pronounce every word that you put in your ingredients? Hopefully you guys like and enjoy these. Try them out. And you know what, if there's a different herb that you want to put in, maybe something that you use more often than the ones that I used, try it. See how it goes. I haven't ever had a problem yet with dry herbs. I haven't had the time to try a fresh herb yet, so. But give them a whirl, see what you think. I can tell you they taste pretty good. I'm sucking on one right now, so. Hopefully you guys find this useful. If you do, make sure to like, share this video. You can head over to Montana Free. That's my new page that I started. I'm gonna cross post for a little while so you guys know where to find me. And if you can, by all means, help me out. You know, help me keep this going and help me continue to grow it. If you can help me, I'd appreciate it if you'd go to Cash App and go to $ Montana Free and give what you can. I completely understand if, you know, right now times are tough and people are having a tough time paying for anything, but if you can help me out, and I will continue to make hopefully what you consider good content. There. Is that better, Sarge? Thanks, bud. Yeah, as you can tell, that's an older video. But if you feel like giving cash, sure, go ahead. It's not required though by any means. But it is getting about that time of year. I need to make some more cough drops. It's been a while. So, just a thought. They are good though. Boy, they were good. Anyway, it's getting about that time to say goodbye to the other folks. So, and then we're gonna fire up music, so we can't have those other channels running. So, and I'm sure that it's funny. I'm guessing that'll be taken off of Facebook because The cough drop video was taken off Facebook last time because of medical misinformation. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, for those of you over on YouTube,